A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from Ford Field. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
He's going to air one out right away. And penalty flags come in as it lines up. Incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. First and 10 now from the 36. Williams in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 35, here's second down and 9. Once again, it's Gibbs. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. It's a pickup of 16 yards down to the 16.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Here's Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Laporta in motion. A second down throw for Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the gun, it's Goff. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DJ Reader gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I think to say this series has been a disaster is putting it mildly. 2 plays in, all they've done is go in the wrong direction. They need something big here. They need someone to create a little bit of a spark and prevent them from going 3 and out on their opening possession.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Left side to Godwin. They needed 16. That's exactly what they got. By a whisker. Enough for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing is Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Baker gonna give it to Irving.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
On 2nd down, Baker. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
It's Otten in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Second down throw for Mayfield. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 17 yards that time for number 17.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
It is 2nd and 6. Baker to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And third down coming up.
So you find yourself down here in the red zone. This is where it's critical for the quarterback, Mike, to understand he's only got 2 options. Put the ball in a spot where your guy can catch it, or in a spot where nobody can catch it. And unfortunately for them, this time ends up being the right.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. Here's Mayfield. Ball incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense going to take over now for the second time The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll go play action. Over in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Flush to his right. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox, to punt. Cameron Johnson deep for Tampa Bay. The fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, Mayfield. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. That's Ibuka in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. They go play action with Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. On to the 2nd, Buccaneers in possession of the football. They have it 2nd and 4 coming up. This is Irvin, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers are on top. It's now 10-7. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
Get out of here with a W.
Now Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. The quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. So, from the 37, here's second down and 6. Now a pitch to Montgomery. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
On first down, here's Irving. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Second and 10. Now Mayfield. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Evans. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's second and 6. To throw is Mayfield. He'll step up and run.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
On the handoff, it's Irving. Ooh, well, now you see it, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. It's Otten in motion. Right back to Irving. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This is a great example of why teams continue to spend draft capital on interior defensive linemen. It's an investment that we see play out week in and week out across the NFL. Great example here.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. They send Evans in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
Little miscommunication there, now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Two minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit. In a moment, they'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run with Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once again. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
Were they even paying attention? What was that?
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. You did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Mayfield. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Godwin working the right side. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter.
We are gonna do this. We got this.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bucs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't know if there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
Hey, way to make a play!
Goff to throw on 1st down. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The Buccaneers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On second down, Baker gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Throwing is Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. Shotgun. It's Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tismal. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Now Gibbs. Whoa! And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Detroit.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL, and I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Hassan Reddick there to make the play. From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. They hand it to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage, and I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions will cut it to a 2-point lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buccaneers offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet. But the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They send Godwin in motion. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Mayfield. On a pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Now, Goff. That's over the middle. Caught by Tesla. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Escaping to his left. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates downfield comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Throw on the run is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal, you take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start, and that's exactly what they're able to do on that first down play. And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
It's Otten in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Second down throw for Mayfield. Out right and catch made. That's Ibuka. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Irving, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Bucs will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A run here with Gibbs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw is Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Goff. Oh, the ball's out. And the Buccaneers come away with the turnover.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Bucs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. That is brought in at the 10. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Field goals and takeaways. That's the 2 goals anytime a defense finds themselves in a goal-to-go situation. Now, after that 1st down sack, I think the odds are a little bit more in their favor. Can they hold up here on 2nd and 3rd down? And if they can make the offense settle for 3, man, that's a huge win for this defense.
All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. They'll run with Irving. And he will get into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown Buccaneers. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Mayfield to the line. The Bucs will try for 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try to do it with the screen. And he finds his way to the end zone again. Scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend the lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. Laporta in motion. On first and 10. Here's Goff. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Buccaneers come away with the turnover. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
After that fumble recovery, a big opportunity here. 1st and goal. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. One of the tight ends in motion right. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. They send Evans in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Buccaneers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Gives it to Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Goff. Pass completed is St. Brown. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. 1st down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Detroit.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Oh, so elusive. Even down near the goal line, doesn't quite get in. But his guys are set up 1st and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back.
He's got his big tight end, Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are able to edge a bit closer. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Oh! And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Baker. This one caught left side by Evans. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay. Here's Irving. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Throwing is Baker. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Give. This is Irving. Space to run. Inside the 20. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
To throw is Mayfield. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Trying to hook up with Cade Otton that time around. Now it's going to be third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
To throw is Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. Second down, goal to go. From the gun, it's Goff. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. So now then, first and goal from the 1. They'll run with Gibbs. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's gone. And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense, and this is going to stay a 2-possession game.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from downtown Detroit.